Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Agrarian Skies here again with Snoresby, episode number 14 in our series here, and we're going to be working more today on applied energistics because the next quest in the book, if I open it up here and have a look, is, which one are we under? For the hoarding, is to go ahead and make ourselves an auto-assembly chamber, and we're going to try and make just a low tier one of those today. Hopefully my inventory won't be too messed up now after I've opened the book. We'll see how we go. I've gone ahead and smelted up some advanced processes to get started with, but let's get into a whole heap of crafting. How much cable have I got on me? Nowhere near enough. Let's go ahead and make some more of that. I'm going to need to make some flux dust. Like so. Going to need a bit of glass, which we don't have much of, but we can fix that here in a second. Let's go grab some sand. Whoop. So hopefully by the end of today's episode, we're going to have a lot of this stuff in our system here, in our applied energistics system, and just automate a whole heap of stuff, rather than having barrels all over the place, and hopefully we'll solve a lot of lag. Alright, so let's get this glass smelting up for now. But in the meantime, actually, yeah, we need a couple of bits of that. Let's do something else while we wait. So, we're going to need to make ourselves a pattern provider. So let's grab, I think we're going to need at least 3 of those. We'll see. Down the stretch. Let's get one of them. Crafting table, which we don't have enough wood for. Let's go grab a piece out of one of these barrels here. Let's have a bit of a look. Oh, we need 2 pieces. Oops. Clean this up. Too much junk. That is for sure. This will be so much easier in the applied energistics system as well, down the track. Oh no! It wasn't. Okay. I did have the right amount of wood there to start off with. Oh well. Should be right. Lucky we've got plenty of it. What can we chuck out now? Sticks. I don't think we'll need those again. But we'll see. Knowing my luck, we probably will. Alright, we have the right one now. So, pattern provider. Awesome. So that's one thing done. Let's stick it in this chest here just to keep track of it all. How's our glass going here? Heaps good. Alright. How are we going to go here? We're probably not going to get that much. How many are we going to need here? I think we've got enough to make all of these vents now. Let's make ourselves a couple of sets of iron bars here. I think that's going to be enough. Not quite. We need 2 more. I think we're out of iron. Let's go grab some more of that. Do we have any in this chest? No. Let's go grab a couple of blocks here. I'll just put away the events that we've got so I can pick this up. Whoops. So if anyone that's had a look at applied energistics before in any of my series, you'll probably know that this is something I do quite regularly, if it's installed in the pack, that is. Alright. Fly our way back. 1 more of these. Awesome. So they're all done. Next thing we're going to need is... Let's just chuck this away. Probably the containment walls. They're going to be pretty crucial, I think. So, we're going to need 24 of those. Shouldn't be too hard to make. I think it's only, yeah, gold, iron, and... Okay, we're going to need a lot more gold and a lot more iron. Alright. Chuck these in here as well. What can we clean out of our inventory? Probably a bit of that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I think I got a whole stack then. Didn't quite mean to. May as well grab a whole heap of it while we're at it. Hopefully that's going to be enough. How many Certus quartz? Heaps. We got plenty. Alright. So, where were we? Containment wall. So we've got 8, so I only need 16 of these. Awesome. That should be enough for that. So let's go in here and chuck the rest away. So the last thing we're going to need for the thing itself is going to be the crafting CPU, which is not too bad. Do I have any glowstone on me? Let's go grab some really quickly here. Whoops. Alright. Well, actually it's easy just to click it in, I think. Crafting CPU. I think we've got everything we need. So, where I'm going to put this thing is right in the middle of the floor here. So I'm going to have to move all of these tables. I have an axe on me. Not anymore since we fell off the island the other day. I don't have the Bane of Arthropods one. In one of these chests here. Maybe not. Let's just dig all these up. But yeah, we're going to put it right in the floor here and we'll probably end up expanding it just straight down or something like that. Maybe we'll expand it outwards once we get more components for it. But that is the plan anyway. Alright, so we're going to go... Oh, here we go. This is going to be the problem now. Lucky I've got a jetpack to do this. But you could just put this elsewhere. So let's get our components to build it. How much percentage in the jetpack? We got plenty here as well. So this jetpack's pretty good, except it still falls a little bit, which is a little annoying, but you get that. Alright, so these need to go around all of the edges of your containment. No, not the containment, of your uh-oh, here we go. Let's see if we can catch this one before it falls. Need to go around the outside of your assembly chamber. All edges. Oh my gosh. I'm derping up with the clicks today. This jetpack moves too quickly for me. It's a little bit different from creative flight. I'm going to have to get into seeing how we can go about getting creative flight from... what's the mod? From Blood Magic. There's a way you can do it, and I'm not 100% sure just yet. Okay, so next thing, we go back upstairs. It's going to be the heat vents. So these go in the faces of all of the walls. Okay, so then next thing will be the crafting CPU. It doesn't really matter which order these next two go in. Pattern provider. And lastly, we'll put the containment vent on there. And awesome. So you can see that the edges are linked up together. So that sort of signifies that it's all hooked up. Now, can I... Ooh, this is the next thing. I'm going to have to hook this up to the system somehow. Let's just do it through here. Because we're going to end up having cables running all over the place eventually. So this will do to start off with. 1, 2... What if these are compatible with multi-parts? Let's have a look. May as well test it out while we've got them here. Where would my hacksaw be? Probably in here. Let's make ourselves a couple of these, just to see whether or not it's actually going to work. I think it... No, it doesn't work. Okay, something to test. I didn't think they worked like that. You might be able to put facades on them. I think that's what it was at the last. I don't even know if Buildcraft's in this pack, to be completely honest with you guys, but awesome. Alright, so this thing should be able to craft stuff now, except we need to put encoded patterns in, and to do that we need to get a pattern encoder. Where is that? It's in here somewhere. No, not a partition editor. It's one of these ones here. Pattern encoder. Alright, so we need a conversion matrix, which we've conveniently got one of. So, and we have no wood to craft up. Our crafting table, that's all good. So let's get this crafted up, and this should be nearly everything we need to complete that last, well, that quest that we were looking at before in For the Hoarding. So I think it was this and then that? No, what was it? Ah, other way around. It's pretty close. Pattern provider. Where are we going to sit this thing? Let's just sit it straight up on top of here. Because why not? So, let's make ourselves a heap of blank patterns. So, how are we going to make these? Ah, they're pretty straightforward. We just need a bit of glowstone. Go grab some. So hopefully in the next little bit after I get all this done, I'm going to organise this so it all goes into our system rather than all being displayed in barrels and stuff. And same with like the mob farm as well. But I'll probably end up crafting like just a whole heap of these and just getting them all set up so we don't have to look at them for a long time. Blank patterns. Oh, we need some glass. We sleep through the night real quick. But I can't wait to have all this done and set up so that we can just not have to worry about storage anymore. Okay. Blank patterns. Really? What are we missing? It's probably because it's all in my inventory and not in the actual ME drives, I guess. What are we missing? Iron. 6 will do for now. But what you can do is, you go ahead into your pattern encoder, you put your blank patterns in here, and then what you can do is just shift click the recipe straight into the pattern encoder and encode, and then you get this encoded pattern. So then you go ahead and chuck that into your molecular assembly chamber, and then you can go to your terminal, and you can see that you can craft up the blank pattern. So you just click on it, begin, and if it's got all the required materials in there, which it doesn't, it'll craft it. But the next thing is, if you want to check whether or not the process is going well, you can craft yourself up a crafting CPU. No, a crafting monitor, I think they're called. Where are they? Storage monitor, crafting monitor. So we need one cable, which we don't have, a blank, basic processor, which we do have. Well, let's just go ahead and grab the glass out of here, get ourselves. Oh, we don't have any fluix dust. I'm going to have to pulverize a little bit of nether quartz here. Let's do that. Alright. Craft this up. Let's just get it all in there, ready to go. Whoops. 3, and we'll grab the rest of this. So this is the thing, we'll be able to get this all auto-crafting at some stage, and that's pretty much the first thing you want to teach your assembly chamber to make, is more applied energistic stuff, so you don't have to go ahead and do it like this, which can get a little bit annoying. Whoops, a little bit more. Wow. Alright. Crafting CPU, crafting monitor. Oh, I need the iron. Let's go grab some of that real quick. Feels like it hasn't been like... Okay, let me rephrase that. I just sort of started something and didn't think about it, what I was going to say. It feels like we haven't really done that much in terms of the questing for the last little bit. Setting up a whole heap of infrastructure, but hopefully we'll get back to it a little bit more today. There we go, crafting monitor. So if we chuck this here, you can see that it's currently crafting nothing. But if we pull that blank pattern out, and we'll pull the iron out of here just to show you what's going on. We go ahead and click craft, begin. If you look at this monitor, you can see it's currently crafting a blank pattern, and it's looking for the iron. So it's missing materials, you've got the iron in there. So as soon as you chuck that in there, it's going to craft it up, and she should be all sweet. Now, the more crafting CPUs you have in your assembly chamber, the quicker it's going to craft stuff. But at the moment here, we're not really going to notice it because we're only crafting 1 or 2 items. But for instance, if you're crafting like, I don't know, something that's requiring a huge amount of recipes, so like maybe like, I don't know, like a magnet, for instance, one of these like tiers, and you've got all the subsequent recipes for all of the other tiers, it's going to take a lot longer if you've only got one crafting CPU, as compared to like 50, I guess, if you've got a bigger assembly chamber. But that's got to be good for the start of this. I'm going to go ahead and put in a whole heap of auto-crafting recipes into our assembly chamber here, so we can quickly generate some more 4K drives and some ME drive bays. And I'm going to fill this wall up so that we can start just fully populating it with a whole heap of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be right back, guys, once I have a wall full of these drives. Okay, I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and claim this quest before I go ahead and do anything else here. So I've got them all done. We get 4 ME interfaces, which are going to be very handy for collecting stuff around the base. A full heart, yellow heart container, and a reward bag. What did we get in our reward bag? Oh, it's a greater one. Please be a magnet. Ah, it's not a magnet. Paper with respiration 3 on it. Right. I don't know exactly what that's going to get used for, but yeah. Okay. So what does that unlock in the quest book then, I guess? Ooh. Can we put our container in? Awesome. I don't know if it's going to do anything since I don't actually have any of the lower tier hearts. Oh, it looks like it is. Ah, interesting. Alright. So yeah, what does that unlock? Massive storage. MFR deep storage units can store up to 2 billion of a single item or block. What you use that 2 billion cobble for is up to you. Right, well, might be worth making one of those. 4 cobble, exactly. Deep storage. How do you make one of those in this pack? You need a full tesseract frame and 4 reinforced strong boxes with some plastic sheets. Not as expensive as it could be, but it's not the normal recipe either from memory. So, yeah, we might, instead of just shipping like cobble, sand, and all that good stuff back here, we might go ahead and just hook up a whole heap of deep storage units for that, maybe. We'll see how we go. But, yeah, so, like I said, I'm going to keep crafting up a whole heap of those drive bays, and I'll be back. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is, I am not chucking those in there. I wanted to chuck the magma, 4 bits of glowstone in a magma crucible, and I'm making some more item ducts, because what we're going to get started on is, I have a little area set out under here already, and what we're going to do is start getting some auto smelting and auto pulverizing going here. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a few auto thingamabobs. So we're going to make 4 redstone furnaces, because one is not just not going to cut the mustard. So I need 8 of those. And then we're going to need 4 of these. Hopefully we've got enough. Yep. And then what else are we going to need? 4 of these. And then, well, hopefully 4 of these. Awesome. Okay, so, and then we'll get probably 2 pulverizers. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I making 2 now? It'll become apparent here soon. Let's just grab a whole heap of wood. So, no, I don't want redstone, I want the pulverizers now. So, I need 2 of these. Lucky we got some clear glass in here. 2 of them. We got those, didn't we? 2 of these. Alright, so you can already see it's making this a lot easier. Oh, we don't have any flint. Grab some. We'll eventually get to piping all of this stuff into our system over here too. I just wanted to do this little thing first to make it easy to craft stuff. Alright, so, 1, 2. Okay, so, we're going to need to get some more energy conduit. That's alright. Let's go ahead and craft up a few of these. We don't have any electrum. Classic. Let's have a look down here. I'm sure we've got some in here. Just enough. I'll have to keep an eye on our supply of energy as well. I might have to make another bioreactor, but we'll see. So we need 24 redstone now. That's pretty close. We need to get a better source of redstone as well, because if we go have a look at our supplies, we're starting to run a little bit low, which is a bit alarming. Alright, get this cooked up. So, let's go ahead and set these things up downstairs. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm thinking, let's just go, well, we're going to draw our energy from, well, where are we drawing it from? Here. So, what we could just do is run the energy around the top. That might work. And just pull out of the back and the bottom. I'm trying to think a little bit in my head here as I'm doing this, so bear with me. Might try that. So, the energy cable's going to run along there. Let's just see if the rest of it's done by now. Should be pretty close, I would imagine. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so then we'll put our, well, let's just put our pulverizers on this side here. Oh, that's going to make it hard to get in and out, isn't it? Oh, that's alright, we can figure it out. And then we'll put our 4 furnaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set them to. So, we're going to input from the bottom. Now, bear with me here. Let's go ahead and grab a few things from upstairs. So, we're going to need a few of our interfaces. Now I've already set up these things to auto craft, so hopefully we can tell it to get 2 more here, and it's going to be able to do it. Hopefully it's got enough stuff. Oh, we're missing glass. That would be typical. So hopefully this is going to be the issue that's going to be solved here in a second. So, if we go downstairs here, these should be getting power, yes. Just reset them all. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to put our interface on here. So the way this thing works is anything you put into this side here is going to go into your network. You can tell it specific items to be kept in this little interface here. And then also I'll show you this processing bit in a second as well. So let's just for say we're going to put this one, so the bottom is going to be the input. So we're going to put our interface on the bottom and we'll tell it which direction to go using the crescent hammer. So we'll tell it to go upwards. And while we're doing that, let's just quickly get ourselves one piece of glass because we're going to need it. So this is how you set up auto crafting in machines, or something that's not in a crafting table. Need to eat. Let's do that real quick. So let's get ourselves a pattern. So glass and sand. So let's encode that. So essentially this thing tells the ME interface when you put it in that for if you input one piece of sand, you're going to get an exported piece of glass. Somehow, somewhere, you'll get a bit of glass back in your system. So let's put that there in the crafting, in the processing slot. That should be it. And then all we need to do is run more cable along the bottom, and that should work. But I'm going to hook all of these interfaces up along the bottom, so that's the whole plan. That's why I needed to make another 2 more. And then to export it all, we'll just set these all up. Let's just set them all so that they don't touch that side, because we don't really need them to. Then we'll set them all to export. I don't think we have to do this either. I think that'll auto-eject to the back. And then we'll tell the export on this thing to be the back, which is this one. And this one. So if we go ahead and split up our sand here, should all export, whoops, out the back and into our network. So let's just quickly watch as it goes into our, see, it's getting glass in there and it's exporting it straight into the system. So if we go looking at glass now, it should be ever increasing. Look at that. Awesome. So now we should be able to make more interfaces. Oh, it's missing fluix dust. I thought I taught it how to make that stuff. Alright, looks like I haven't, so... Well, I did, I must be short on materials. So I'm going to go ahead and get that sorted, guys. You've seen the basics of the system now. Let me go ahead and get it fully fleshed out, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so I've been trying to come up with different ways that we can efficiently move stuff around the base, like from all the way over there, like to back here. And I've been thinking that you can either use tesseracts to teleport them all back to a central chest here, or what you could do is just run cables everywhere. And I think everything I've got so far is close enough that we can run cables, but for far off stuff, that I think what I'm going to end up doing here is, in probably a live stream one of these days, what I'm going to do is get all of this stuff and take it way out into like this place I'm going to probably call the lag factory, where anything that produces lag, I'm going to chuck it out heaps far away from the base so that we don't have to deal with it. But for the time being, let's try and hook this thing up a little bit differently here. So I've got a whole heap of cables that we're going to end up running. So for now, let's just go underneath here, and we're going to attach it to the assembly containment wall. Now, the more cable you have on your network, the more power it's going to use up, and that's the one downside to doing it this way. So just something to keep in mind. So, need to go one lower, and in. Hopefully we'll have enough here, but let's just run it as far as we can, so that we can ship basically everything back that we want that's getting generated here. So, we want to go all the way to our mob farm. We're definitely not going to have enough cable. So the way you can see how much energy this thing is using is through the ME controller. So you can see in MJs we're using about 10 MJ per tick, which is nearly about 100 RF per tick, which is quite a lot. I think the output for the biofuel reactor is 160 redstone flux per tick. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's what it is. So we might have to make one or two more of these things here in a minute to keep up with everything, but that's fine. We've got enough biofuel getting produced that we can keep up with that. Alright, let's make ourselves a little bit more cable here while we are up to it. What are we looking for? How much fluix dust have we got? Let's craft up a heap. And let's get a whole heap of glass going. Well, actually we have a whole heap of glass already, which is good. Let's craft up 30. Hopefully that's going to quickly do that. And probably going to want to make a few more interfaces here as well. What are we missing? Glass. It should be crafting that on its own. Let's go have a look underneath. Now the only thing that's going to make this slow is the long trip for the glass on the return trip here. Yeah, see, it's all getting hit up in this one redstone furnace, so that's the one downside to this system, but at least it's doing it automatically. So, yeah. The reason why I put 4 down underneath there, 4 different furnaces, is not to stack all of the different recipes on the same furnace, and then if it wants to craft 2 of the same thing, it's got to wait for the one furnace to do it, so I'm trying to spread the recipes out as we're doing it. Alright, so let's craft up an interface as well. We've got the stuff for it, not quite. Whoops. Still, we're waiting on that glass. That's going to be annoying. Let's just keep running the cables while we're here. And we can do a little bit more on that later. So, what's this here? Can we get rid of this and it not be an issue? Looks like it. Awesome. Oop, this big glass container is getting in the way. Oops. Let's just keep it running. 13 left. Might not make it. I don't think we will. No. Okay, we're gonna wait. Gonna have to wait for some more cable. But I dare say eventually what we're gonna end up doing here is just having it so that all of these items go into a what do they call it? An interface. I've been saying it the whole episode. So have to make sure that we don't let too much of this junk gear get through and clog up our system, but we'll see. We definitely have to improve this system as well. We're going to have to make it a bit more efficient and not use our grinders because it made so much of this mob essence pretty quickly that we can sort of not have to deal with it. So yeah, we're going to improve this one of these episodes coming up soon. Let me have a quick look at how long we've got left in the episode, guys. I don't think there is much more time left, and I'll let all this glass and stuff cook up, and hopefully I'll have a fair bit of cable and all that good stuff getting made here. I'll be right back when we're about to finish off importing all of this stuff into the network. Alright, so we are at the end of the episode, but I've got myself 2 interfaces here that we can try and install here and get this working fully. Instead of having them all go into barrels here, we'll just get them straight back into the network. So, if we put this thing pretty much just right here, we can just hook this thing straight up. Oh. And grab that before it runs away. So everything that gets shipped into here now should get back into the normal system. So let's just grab a whole heap of stuff from upstairs here. Turn that engine back on. Should be able to see it from here. Yes, look at that. So if we just go ahead and send all these back. Look at that. Perfect. And we should be able to go back to the system over here and have a look. And you can see we've not got anywhere near close to filling all the types up yet. We have on a few of them, but yeah, should be fine. Look at that, iron and copper and all that good stuff. So I'm going to head back and send all of this stuff back. What I'm going to do, guys, is have a live stream, and we're going to sort all this area out here. That should be, well, for my time, this will be, or this will actually be before this video goes up. So hopefully you guys caught that live stream. If not, you can always go back and check the replay or the videos on demand, because I always make sure that the live streams save to Twitch and you can always watch them at another date. I'll probably, if I remember, I'll add the the link to the particular live stream in the description of this video. If not, well, I'm sorry, but you can check out my Twitch page. It should be down in the links underneath the video. You guys can check that out as well. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you've learnt a little bit on applied energistics or anything new. It's good to try and teach people about different parts of the mods. So if you have, make sure you leave me a comment and tell me what you've learnt, and click that like button if you've enjoyed, and if you're new, click the subscribe button to keep up to date with this series. So my name's Mr. Snoresby. Thanks a heap, guys, for tuning in. I'll catch you all in the next one.